What is up, Midway Mayhem fans? This is Dan, and we are here at the Universal Orlando Resort to check out the construction progress on all the new attractions. And the first thing I wanted to point out today is we have a brand new sign right here at the front entry to City Walk. It talks about mosquito prevention and how you can actually pick up some. And I guess it's the sign of the times. Across from the NBC Sports Grill Brew, we used to have that stage that was right here for the Olympics, and as we can see, it is all gone. So nothing left. And we also have apparently some filming over here, a hot set going on right now. And here we are at Universal Studios Florida. Now before we head inside the park, we need to talk about a couple things. Universal just released new pricing for their passes. So if you have an annual pass, your price is still good through the end of your contract. But if you're going to renew or get a brand new pass starting soon, I would highly suggest taking a look at their website and seeing all the different prices and options available. A new feature that I did see is there is a 1 hour early entry for the Premier Pass, but that's kind of neat. But again, check it out and make sure you know what your passes are going to get you. We are now at the ticket windows, and I wanted to show off the different price changes that we have right here. So the Florida resident is $489 up front. The preferred annual pass is $349. The two-park power annual pass, $319, and the brand new seasonal pass is $259. Oh yeah, we got some new Halloween Horror Night stuff right here in between Shrek and Minions, and this is actually for Chance, a Chance in Hell Avenue of the Stars. And we have right here this little stage set up, so I would expect some scare actors or performers there. And then we have this big old set design right here, thing hanging in the air. It does have some lighting and LED lights on the eyes for those guys. And there are 4 stages right here. So this is the second one, third, and fourth right here. So a great scare zone right here with probably tons of actors. Well, we can't come to the park without checking up on our good old pal, Jimmy Fallon. So let's head a little closer and see what's new. Alrighty, so we're a little bit closer now, and first thing that I noticed is, well, the work walls have actually been pushed out just a little bit, so they're going more towards the stage right over here. But yeah, probably by a good 4 or 5 feet, I'd say. And then right up here, there's some new texture on what we believe is going to be the restrooms, and it extends all the way down. So that's a lot of progress just in the last week. It extends all the way up over here with the scaffolding. And we do have some workers right at the top doing some work. And it looks like they're just about ready to enclose this part of the roofing. Good progress though. We still have that giant tarp over here. And of course the sheetrock right on this main area. But that's at least our view from this side. We'll walk around, see if we can notice anything else. Now that we're in the front entry area, we can actually get a really awesome view of the main marquee right here. And it's gotten some new work, as we can see a guy right there installing some things. But all of that metal is brand new. Sheetrock and insulation spanning the entire front facade of this. But it's really progressed just in the last week. Still that tarp over here, peeking inside, nothing else has really changed. We can see some of that exposed metal still, but a lot of work now going on inside this building. Ah, yes, there it is. More changes over here by the backside of Jimmy Fallon, as the wall down over in this area has changed. So we have some that look like this shrubbery, but it used to extend all the way down, but this is now opened up. Let's walk around and see if we can get a view on the backside of the building. Nothing really new over here. We still have more of that bracing and the sheetrock / insulation on the outside of the building, as we can zoom in over here. And the only thing else, well, there's a bunch of trash right there. And that's it. Exciting stuff, I know. Well, let's head over to Fast and Furious and see what's new there. We've covered this in previous updates, but we have more stuff for Halloween Horror Nights over here. And of course on this tower, we have speakers as well as projectors that have been installed. So that's what the electrical was for that we saw in the last update. But it's all in place. We're just about 2 weeks away, guys. We got Horror Nights. Our first view of Fast and Furious, well, it doesn't reveal too much. But again, just like last time, we didn't really see much change until we turned the corner. But here at least is an up-close view of the steelwork and all that's going on for that. Well, let's walk around, get a better view. Yep, just like last time, turn the corner and see a whole bunch of stuff. So we do have some more bracing that has gone up right in this area. So it's all over the place now. Pretty thick actually, and then that box inside a box has a bunch of new steelwork as well. But overall, this thing has grown pretty well in the last month. I'm expecting in the next month, this area over here is going to extend out pretty far. As long as we don't have the storms like what we had this past week, we're going to see some major progress. But let's walk over to the front area and of course see if anything has changed there. The only other noticeable difference for Fast and Furious is, well, the wall right here of course had all that graffiti and now it's been replaced with a black tarp to make it better themed for Horror Nights. But that's it. A bunch of new props are right here in the front entrance area for Fast and Furious, and this is going to be the Scare Zone Dead Man's Wharf. Oh yeah. So let's walk in here and take a look and see what's different. There's actually a bunch of new props in the area. Up here on the top, we have what looks to be a fisherman. We have more netting, foliage, seaweed, things like that that have popped up just in the last couple days. Take a look at that guy right there. Spooky. Then off to the side over here, we again have more props all over the place. More nets, ropes, buoys, things like that. Barrels. Lots of opportunities for scares though right in this area. It's very tight, very confined, so it's going to cause a bottleneck. And the screams will be heard from all around. Nothing really new over here at Bill and Ted's, so let's move along. Coca-Cola over here has some new progress, and we can see workers all over the place up on top of the scaffolding. And it looks like the sheetrock or paneling is in place up at the very top. So it looks like the final touches are going in for this. So it won't be too much longer, guys. The work walls will be down. There's a lot of noise going on behind these walls, but nothing really visually that we can see. So let's move on to a different area of the park now. Next up is this area over by the Garden of Allah and over by E.T. and it's the Banshee's Lair Scare Zone. So we're going to walk through here as they have a bunch of new stuff. See? Lots of new stuff right here from our last update. So the actors will be able to hide in here and pop out whenever they'd like. More walls over here. And it extends all the way down. And we'll show you. So more monuments there. Walls here. It goes all the way down. This one is actually on the other side of the fence line. We have a fog machine box right over there. Another wall, another large rock structure right here. And this is over by Central Park. And trees, lighting poles, and they actually have the lights on the poles now. So yeah, we're very, very close, guys. Very close. Well, after the last Scare Zone, we made our way to the front of the stage, and it looks aesthetically 100% done. So we'll walk a little bit closer, get a better view. But all the lights, all the sound speakers, they're in place. And then we have this giant screen right here. So it'll be very interesting to see what they put up there. But stage is set, Everything's covered up light-wise, of course, because of the storms. But looks like we're ready to go, guys. The back side of the stage here has all the electrical in place, as we can zoom in here. So this is a giant screen, but everything's pretty much wired up. Just a couple odds and ends left. But technically, they should be doing some rehearsals very, very soon for this, if not already. Well, that's awesome to see. First time for me, but the smokestacks are actually functioning right now. So we'll zoom in, and you can see right there at the top. Yep, sure enough, they're working. Technically, Twosome is still in its previews, but it's been open every day since the very first preview that we had for our tour and review on the 22nd. But rave reviews. I've eaten here 3 times in the last week, and I gotta say, every single time, I was absolutely amazed with it. Well, guys, that is going to do it for another Universal Orlando Resort construction update. As we saw, Jimmy Fallon had some new progress, some new steel work and other stuff like that. Fast and Furious, well, it had a couple things here and there, but we should see some new progress very soon on that. The Coke area, well, it's got some new progress also, but the big winner this week was Halloween Horror Nights prep. And of course, we're going to have updates from that and from other parks from around the world. So if you like what we do, follow us on Instagram, our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Midway Mayhem, and I'll see you out on the Midway.